Hey, Dave's back. Check that out. This is take two. We got a hardware malfunction. I took this mount off the mirror when we went on the last cruise, just in case I did a video, which I didn't. Apologies. But I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's just like it'd been like the rubber seal is like worn out and it just happened to have been stuck there for so long. It worked, but now that I'm trying to restuck it, it ain't working. I've 3 times washed off the, let me see, so far so good. Washed off the suction cup. I noticed there's residue on the mirror where I put it, so you're kind of shifted over to the other side right now because of that. Because I thought, I don't know, this time I washed it with soap and water, kind of moistened the mirror a bit, and I'm trying a new placement, hoping that maybe the residue is not letting it make a great seal. We'll find out. We'll find out. Yeah, so I had in my head, this is weird. It doesn't look right. Like anyway, doesn't look right. I have 3 titles in my head for this video, but I'm not going to tell you all 3 just in case I don't get to one of them. So I haven't decided what the title will be, but I can tell you the first one for sure, Straight Shave 1001. So this is the first of the next 1,000 straight shaves, right? I was going to, again, just kind of life, man, 1,000 would have been, of course, the one to video, and it turned out it was going to hit during our cruise. And I thought, well, that would be cool, do 1,000th straight shave on the veranda, what have you. But it ended up hitting on a port day, which I didn't know like ahead of time how early we'd have to be out of the room, yada, yada, yada. I'm kind of too low, right? I'm hesitant to touch anything right now. And so I was like, okay, no, I'll push it back so 1,000 hits after we get back. And I was just kind of it didn't work. So here we are, 1001 open blade straight shaves, whatever you want to call it, using my Shavette that uses DE blades. I'm using Wizamit. This is how they're packaged. They call them Wizamit. I don't know why they call them that. But what's kind of cool with these, it's tough for me to show you details without my glasses on because I really don't know what I'm showing you. So down here in the bottom, I don't know if it's can we get it to focus on that? It'll focus. Anyway, that black smudge there is a number. And I've learned that to track the number of shaves I have on this particular razor, I can put like number 1, 2, 3, or 4 down per which shave it is to keep track. I just do 2 shaves per edge, one might say, on this, because it gets a little more use than if it's in a DE, right? I'm not flipping the sides during a shave. So there we go, all loaded up, ready to roll. So that was one title, Straight Shave 1001. Hit it, got it, nailed it. The second title, potential title, is Making Shaving Great Again. It's going to be fun again. Making shaving fun again. Because I've been in this right here. Let me get going. This is going to take forever if you don't get it. Using Whoppa Drinks and Dave soap. Smells great. Feels great. Great lather. With my Nurse Dave Shaving World soap. Whatever. Soap pick. And put it in the old trusty copper bowl. I've gotten into a routine, but a rut, I would call it. Especially when I got on the cruise ship, I did in fact bring my bowl and some soaps, but I also brought a shave stick. And it just ended up being so much easier to just use the shave stick. I used a straight open blade that whole time. But then when I got back, noticing how easy that was, not having to whoop up a lather and stuff like that, I kind of continued it because I had a bunch of mornings where I wanted to get up and going early. Using my Wolf Whiskers. This is a beautiful, this isn't what I intended to use actually. But it's all right. Badger brush. Love this thing. There's one that's a little that I think has the, they're not called split ends when you, are they still called split ends? Anyway, the ends, you know, when they, the best is when a Badger brush and the ends of each little hair like split, and then it gets super soft. This one's a, is that upside down or is it, I think, is that right? There we go. I think Chisel and Hound brush that I got used, and it was beautifully soft that way. That's what I intended to use, but I accidentally grabbed this. That's all right. Whoop up our lather. Anyway, I've been doing shave after shave. Just using this Spike. I think I got this from Spider. Shave stick. Here it is. These things would last forever. If you want to save money, traditional shaving, just get you one of these, a brush and a safety razor. You don't even need a bowl at that point. And that would last forever. Anyway, again, because it cut down on time, I've been using that actually for the majority of my shaves since we have been back. And I'm like, you know what? It is Sunday. Don't have any firmed up plans or any timed plans. And so we're going to take our time today and just enjoy this. And it's funny because I think the razor I chose, to me, is fun. I like using it. It does take a little bit more thought for me than my other open blade razors, but I tend not to have an issue with it. And because it just takes that little extra bit of thought, it's not like a challenging one. Like there's some razors where it feels like I'm rolling the dice what kind of shave I'll get. It's that if I just get a little thought, it's going to be a great shave, and that's fun for me. Like it's not just root. It's what's that R word? Route? No, not. Same thing over and over and over again. Anyway, it ain't that. So here we go. Yeah, if you haven't tried this Drinks and Day stuff, is from CBL Soap, so it's not just something we brewed up on our own. This is professional. I don't like the phone here. It's like that looks. So I normally look past the phone into the mirror, and in order to do that, I got to shift over here, and now it feels like I'm way. Whatever. So there we go. Step one of making my shave fun, using a great soap, using a fun razor, using a fun brush, taking my time. This is what it should be. Now see, I trying to clean the mirror and I got like water smudges and stuff all over, which is not helpful. But again, I'm not gonna, I'm trying to find the end amongst all the water droplets and stuff all over the mirror. There we go. There we go. Oh yeah. That's nice. Super nice. All right. Yeah. Beautiful. No problem. And I remember. So the third potential title for this show, and I think I need to shorten it. Originally, I was thinking, how much should it cost when your cat poops? I think that's too long to fit all on YouTube. The little quick snapshot photo. If it's too long, it gets truncated and you get the little ellipses. And I want it, everybody see all the glory. If I had to check, it's been that kind of with it falling off and all the stuff. I had to check, make sure, are we actually recording? We're good. We're all right. So I had thought of a way of how to shorten that. Oh, I think it was like, how much does your cat poop cost? We'll figure it out. If we go with that, we'll figure it. But I thought, making shaving fun again. What? That's not catchy. 1,001 straight shaves. We missed 1,000. 1,000 would have been, bells and whistles. And we want to, try to pull the viewers in, get them excited about what they're gonna watch. I figure the cost of cat poop, but people are gonna want. What is he talking? I gotta know. So, the internet, as it does, throws ads at you. FY, that's how we pays for the internet. Facebook is free. And, if you don't want to be ponying up $19.95 a month, then you just got to put up with the ads, right? That's the way the world works. Got to pay for your stuff somehow. Anyway, got to add about that litter robot, right? And if you haven't seen that, which would be hard to believe because it's been plastered all over, but maybe it is. Maybe it's because we have cats and it knows to show us litter robot. And if you don't have cats, it's smart enough to show you ads for like, I wish I had a cat.com, but traditional cat wastage happens just in a plastic, like a big old cake pan, right? It's big enough for a cat, and you put in litter and it does its business. And then once a day, you got a little scooper with slots in it. So you scoop and the stuff stays in your scooper and the litter goes down. You put in a bag and Bob's your uncle. Love that saying. Every time I hear that, I'm like, I wish I could incorporate that just into regular life somehow, into sounding natural about it, not like I'm trying to, Bob's your uncle. Anyway, so yeah, you got that. But this thing is a robot because it is mechanical, functions on its own. And there's a bunch of them out there, but this is like, I think the Cadillac. Is it the Cadillac anymore? Cadillac is old. Cadillac is, I get that like they're big. What is it? No, what the heck is the big Cadillac? Cadillac, it starts with an E, right? Or Escalade, Cadillac, yeah. Escalade, right? That, some of the big ballas, they'd be driving the Escalade, big and comfortable and stuff. But other than that, what Cadillacs do you see around anymore? We gotta change. We gotta come to an agreement to like, and it's not the Cadillac of whatever. It really ought to be. It's the Tesla of litter box. No, that's just gonna be like, what? It's gonna set on fire. Anyway. Who decides these? We were talking about that it's now generation alpha or something. I'm like, who the hell gets to decide? Like, I've decided this is what it is, and everybody agrees that, Bob in accounting decided that. Is he my uncle? Bob in accounting? I'll be here. No, I won't. I'm not gonna have videos every day of the week. But it's just weird, right? That somebody decided and then everybody else agrees. Well, this one guy said that's what it is, so okay. Anyway, so you got this litter box, right? That this big round thing. It ain't small, but a big, one might say an enclosed tube, or can, right? Can's closed on one end and it's round. Anyway, it's big enough for a cat. And all sorts of sensors and all this stuff. And your cat goes in and does this business, and it's smart enough to know that your cat went in. Doesn't know if any business happened or not, but it's just going to play it safe. And then when your cat leaves, it waits a little bit just to make sure the cat's not like just outside with its tail still sticking in there and scare the heck out of it. Then it slowly starts to rotate, and the mechanics inside are such that all of the unclumped litter goes down through some grates to be saved, and all your clumps, as it rotates through, gets dumped into a waste collection bin. And then it goes back, which dumps the litter back into the main evacuation area. Which is super cool. And of course, because you're not at the height of gizmo status, if you're not online, you're not Bluetooth, you're not Wi-Fi, you ain't nothing, right? We got this freaking thing. We don't use it. It's Bluetooth. You could use it like the day we got them, and you can download an app. And if you watch the app, it shows a counter. I think it plays music, and it shows you what quadrant of your mouth you should be brushing, with the thought being is you brush for 2 minutes, so 30 seconds, but it times you, right? So if you want to do all that, pretty cool. Anywho, the app lets you know how much litter is left and when you need to add more. It lets you know when the bin is full and you need to empty it. Oh, the suspense. What else, Dave? What else? Hold on. I don't want to cut myself. It lets you know the weight of your cats, right? So you know if they're drastically losing weight all of a sudden, which is good because you know they're full of fur. So it can be a little bit deceiving how much they weigh or if the weight is changing. Among, of course, the things that you would hope for any litter box, that the mood lighting that's built in, that you can change how bright that is. Here's something else that I'm doing fun today. I've been doing some 2-pass shaves because I get beautifully smooth just with 2 passes a lot of time. But we're doing 3. We're doing the whole enchilada. Again, what's with a whole enchilada? Like an enchilada is like the most basic of Mexican foods, is it not? Other than chips and salsa, which is pretty damn close too, because the enchilada, again, not traditional Mexican. I don't know what they eat over the border, but what on this side of the border, a lot of us learn is an enchilada is basically just some kind of usually ground beef cooked with like enchilada sauce or something. And you put that in a tortilla, roll it up, and you're putting more enchilada sauce and cheese on top. That ain't nothing. That's hardly anything. So the whole enchilada, what do you mean a whole? There's hardly anything in that thing. Where were we? Anyway. So why would you, what other than the more things you have connected to the internet in your house, the more fun, the app, you want the app, right? You got to know, oh, look, they just went to the bathroom. You might not know that otherwise. If you happen to be away from your house, again, we have people that come take care of the cats. But even when, So sometimes when it's non-professionals taking care of the cats, let's say we've heard word that maybe the care being provided in the toileting area has been spotty. But the other thing would be is like cats, some cats, yes, I get usually they're on a routine, but sometimes something won't happen like almost all day long. And then you clean it, and we just clean the litter boxes at night. And so if a whole lot of activity happens right after cleaning, and then the next day, maybe they're unhappy with the cleanliness of their litter box and start to look elsewhere, one might say. So that would be a benefit, is it gets cleaned every single time. But also, if you're gone, you don't have to worry. It's still getting cleaned, right? And then it's just a pain, right? The litter box is just, I'm sure some people, it's no big deal, right? It just takes a few minutes every day, big whoop, which is true. But also, people feel differently about different things. Because I read that, of course, you got to do your research, which means YouTube videos, on what people's opinion that own this thing are, and you read the comments, and some people will say, like, yeah, the litter box is the bane of owning cats, and if I didn't have to do that, it'd be so much better, and all, even whatever, like, so there's all that. But as I said, this is the what used to be the Cadillac of these things. So it is not cheap. As much. In fact, I first heard about these years ago. And of course, it's super cool. And then you look it up and you see the price, and I think I almost started laughing, like, you got to be ridiculous. Anyway, so that's where it's at. Like, how much does it cost? Like, so now considering one, again, they came out with a newer version. I don't care. This is not the cat show. I'm not going to go into all the differences and stuff. But thinking about it again. But then that's where the whole, like, how much does it cost when your cat goes poop? Right now, it's got to be, minimal. You got the cost of whatever litter gets used up. We don't buy fancy litter. If you want to, good on you. But, it's just being used for biological waste. So, again, that's our pets, and people get touchy about that kind of stuff. That and a bag, right? One bag a day. So whatever that costs, a little tiny bag. This thing, you amateurize the cost. Is that the right word? I don't know. I'm not a business guy. Anyway, you take the cost of this thing over how many times it's being used. Plus, you have the same litter cost. The bag cost may or may not be the same. So this thing, from what I'm seeing, I think we can estimate that we have to empty it out once a week. Again, the reviews say odor control is amazing. And you don't have to buy specialty bags. You can just get the kind of the kitchen bags we get from Costco, with the handles on them and stuff. But that's got to be more than the little tiny waste bags we're using now. So anyway, I don't know what we would be up to for cost of poop. I'm sure it would skyrocket. Well, maybe let's figure that out. Should we right now? No, we'll ballpark it. So it doesn't, but for ease of calculations, let's just say it costs $1,000. It's less than $1,000. And then let's say you've got, there's Lemon. You got 2 peas in a poop per cat. Oh, this math ain't gonna work out. Should we do 600? You can get a version that's 600. Anyway, so that would be 6 usages per day. Let's do that. So if it was $600, then 6 per day would take it down to 100 per usage. And then again, for ease, you've got 300 days. Again, for ease, yes, I know how many days in the year there are. 300 days in the year. Costs already, what did we say? $100 a poop divided by 300 days in a year. So you get rid of the zeros. So that's $0.33 of a dollar per poop at that point. So 33 cents a poop. And then however many years. So if it lasts 3 years, you're down to 11 cents a poop. I guess when you look at it like that, it's not crazy. But what? I bet it's like 2 cents a poop. So you're 5 times the cost to have the, but I don't know. Anyway, it would make it worthwhile if it went whoop-pa. This moment of pride brought to you by Hombre's Barbershop, the sweetest smelling barbershop in Tucson. Been a while, huh? Been a while. Well, not only do we have that beautiful smelling soap, we have his aftershave balm. Which, again, we've talked about this. It's the difference between, not the difference, the average, the medium between an aftershave and a balm, with aftershave being water, alcohol consistency, and a balm being more like a lotion consistency. You can see it's milky because it's full of all sorts of skin food. I hate that term too, skin food, but moisturizers, things that very pretty men like myself need to concern themselves with. Anyway, there's that. I hope you enjoyed watching. We will finish. I'll give it a second, but we're going to finish with, always, every time you use Drinks and Daves, you should be using Floris Isla perfume to finish her off. Perfect match, but you got to go to London to get it. And with that, I'll see you on the forums.